Even see what it's saying.
I know. You guys ready? You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Posture check.
Ready whenever, Ryan?
Slouch check.
All right. Welcome back to the You Never Know podcast. We're here live from Crickets just days before they close. We got a very special guest here, Owen, Tanner, Grant, and Griff. They are Ant Pharm. How we doing, boys?
Doing pretty good.
Glad to be here.
Happy to be here.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. It's kind of a long time coming. I feel like we're talking about it for a while.
It's a big
Ant Pharm's
episode.
always been down for the You Never Know podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what better place to do it in?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You guys are.
like the last post. Is he not able to make it out here?
He's got a huge internship interview right now, so that's of paramount importance.
Hopefully he'll be a late joiner.
Hopefully to celebrate.
Strutting around in his suit earlier.
We'll have some surprise guests jump in and out of this, I think, throughout the show. But to start out, we're all kind of graduating here, T-minus 3 days.
Yeah.
What's kind of all your guys' plans, and where do you think you're going to go next?
I am moving home for the summer, figuring it out from there. Not really sure at all, but hopefully I'll find something to do.
Yep.
Same.
I am continuing in the pyramid scheme, the pest control industry. I'll do that for the summer. Come back here. There's a few concerts I want to go to.
Corn
Corn
concert.
being one of the biggest
Huge
ones.
corn concert coming up. Yep.
Corn concert.
Never heard of
Band
a band
Corn?
No.
Oh, you're missing out.
Corn's
I'll have to go
sick.
check him out.
Yeah.
What was the video that we always watched in Corn?
Corn 99 Woodstock.
I know.
Is that like that Akbar song? Have you guys heard that?
Akbar?
Yeah. No, something else then, my bad.
It's something. Griffin described it as a lot of white people with dreads.
Yeah,
We'll be at that concert.
exactly.
Which isn't a bad
Sounds
thing.
like every other
It's not a bad
concert.
A
But
lot of leather, too.
A lot of leather,
Tons of
kilts.
leather.
And kilts, right? They were kilts.
Okay, this is definitely something I gotta check out.
It's cool. It's cool.
And then I'm gonna go back to San Diego probably after that.
Yeah, I'm staying up here in Boise. I kind of looking for a job still. Potentially might have one offer coming in the door, so do some civil engineering stuff up here and go from there.
does it feel real to you guys yet that we're about to graduate? I mean, like the last 4 years, we've been doing like the same thing every weekend,
Yeah.
same people, and now we're all about to go our separate ways.
It's going to be a shock to the system.
I don't think our routine has changed a single bit since we were freshmen.
Wake up, drink a 40, hit Crickets.
I had 5 beers out of 8
Here we
a.m.
are.
today. That hasn't really changed a single bit.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
gonna
it
be a
is
little weird.
it is pretty crazy. Like, it doesn't really feel real quite yet, but then, like, I picked up my sister and her boyfriend from the airport yesterday, so then I was just kind of like, oh, man, like, people are really coming into town for graduation. Like, we're really here. Like, once you're in school, you don't really think about the fact that it's, like, going to end so suddenly, but it's kind of crazy.
Definitely just snuck up on me too. I'm not a fan of it right now. But I still gotta finish a paper, so.
Yeah, I don't
still
think
in
it's really.
school.
I don't think it'll really hit till I have that piece of paper in my hand and I walk across that stage and it's like, damn, it's time to get thrown into the deep end and figure it out.
Pretty sure we won't get our diplomas. I think we just get a little
True.
little blank booklet.
Oh, just the book. Yeah.
Once I move the tassel or whatever to the other side, then it'll be real.
Then it's official.
yeah.
And then it's time to start some grad parties and drinking again, probably.
Yeah, we'll have one last hurrah on Saturday.
Yeah.
In the rain.
Were you guys here for the last hurrah last night? Last night being Wednesday. Did you guys come to Crickets last night? I heard it was.
I didn't come
They
last
cleaned this
night.
place up
Last
pretty
night.
good. It was fucking
I said I heard it was jumping
Looks
last
different
night.
when there's not 300 people in there.
Yeah, last night was a movie for sure.
Mark said he waited in line for 45 minutes.
Yeah, we were out in
karaoke?
line. No, just to get in the door. So I picked up my sister around 10 o'clock. Ended up walking over here around 11, and I don't think we got in the door until 11:40. It was quite the line. I guess they were
Unheard of
at
for
capacity,
Crickets,
so they were
honestly.
doing the.
Unheard of.
What was
I
that?
said that's unheard of for Crickets.
For real?
No one's waiting 45 minutes to get in here.
I was talking to the bouncer, chopping it up a little bit, and he let me know that it was a combination of everyone knowing that this place is closing down soon and just graduation weekend. So
Was that the last karaoke night? Do you guys know?
I'm sure they'll have it this Wednesday.
Yeah, well,
okay.
also tonight, they do karaoke on Thursdays
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to run it back.
I think they said last night's the 29th.
Yeah,
So they have,
29th
like,
is
2
the
more
final day.
weeks.
Well, they're having a big party of some sorts.
Yeah, I should probably advertise it.
Here they are.
Yeah,
Family and friends barbecue at Crickets.
Oh, they're gonna have the whole
we
parking
should
lot
plug
open
it.
or what?
I think that's the plan.
You guys want to
honestly.
plug it? I have no idea what that is.
I don't really either.
Sounds
But
like we are right now. So.
You probably have Steve.
Yeah. Is he?
He's over there playing
Oh, he's not
pinball.
here right
I don't
now.
know where he
Oh,
went.
figured out. Should we throw him in?
Invite him on. Steve, you want to come on?
Never mind.
He'll be back. He'll be in the background soon. Oh, and just in time, Wesley Ripley's car is pulling into the parking lot.
There we go.
Here he is. But you guys are kind of Crickets regulars. You guys are here.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
call us regulars.
It's the neighborhood bar.
we were, I'd say,
Over the summer,
yeah,
it was
over the
probably
summer
like
we were
5.5 days a
absolute
week.
regulars. We came there like 3 days a week. We live about 2 blocks away.
Kind of your home away from home. How do you guys feel about it coming to an end?
Honestly, pretty bummed.
Yeah, it's really sad to see.
Kind of sad, but it's kind of interesting that they're keeping it open for us until we graduate.
Just for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, all the guys that lived in our house before us were Crickets locals also, so it
Isn't
kind of
there,
runs in the family.
There's an Instagram account, right? Crickets Locals.
Yeah,
You guys
Who's-
run that?
Well, no.
I think AJ does.
AJ.
Where'd that originate from, though?
That was from Griffin
Salmon
Crane.
started it.
Salmon
Salmon and
started
Griffin Crane. Shout him out.
Talking about.
But he, there's some gold on there for sure. There, I hit up AJ because like the Crickets Instagram was posting all those like send us pics and stuff, and I was like, we gotta do like an explicit version on the Crickets Locals one of like
X-rated.
the X-rated version.
That'd be nice.
Do you guys know what's actually happening to the bar? Is it like
Yeah, it's
They're rebranding it. or
They're turning it
something.
into Eastside Tavern, which is already on Boise Ave, but they're just like switch locations to here.
This is pretty
okay.
chill.
Yeah.
Are they like, if they're like redoing it at all, or just?
I don't know.
Doubt
They
it.
just remodeled it like less than a year ago, I feel like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Could use maybe
Here he is.
They changed from
Oh, he's looking
Crickets
for
Bar and
fresh.
Grill to Crickets
Wonder how it
Tavern.
went.
Now we're going to be
This is a
Eastside
short
Tavern.
interview.
Dress sharp.
There he is.
Are we celebrating?
There he is.
Are we celebrating?
Profesh.
Not yet.
Pull the chair.
Do we have another
Just
mic
in time.
Yeah, there's a mic on that chair right there for
Oh,
you.
perfect.
Perfect. But yeah, I actually been to Eastside Tavern once. And
Is it anything like Crickets?
Nothing compares.
Yes,
Nothing
it was
compares.
actually.
Steve says my future's not that bright.
I think the shades. The shades.
Anything. You're kind of
What
the
up,
you're kind of the
Can
face
we
of the
get
bar.
a can we
Give
get a
him-
harmonica interlude?
Give him the mic, Tanner.
Worth a shot.
Got any words about Crickets closing or anything?
Sad time. Hey, if you know any bars that need a bartender, I need a job. So that
You heard it here first. Steve.
We'll be there
Hire
with you.
this man.
I'll keep an ear out.
Best bartender in Boise.
You
That's
you
right.
got your grad pictures taken here, right?
I did, yeah. It was kind of a. Our friend AJ took my grad pictures on campus. He showed up at my house to take the pictures. Instead of a bottle of champagne, he brought a Steel Reserve 40. And I got about halfway through taking the pictures on campus, and I was kind of buzzing a little bit. I was like, AJ, let's just go take some pictures at Crickets. He's like, yeah, dude, of course. And we took some pictures outside, and we walked inside, and I was like, hey, can I take some pictures in here? And the bartender was like, yeah, come behind the bar, grab whatever bottle you want. I was like, okay.
For the
yeah.
Rumplemans.
Straight for the Rumplemans. Got some pictures playing pool. Yeah, it came out pretty fire, so became a little Instagram famous from the pictures after Crickets reposted
It
them
was
like
on like
5
I saw like
times.
20 different stories of people reposting that.
Yeah.
And not to mention the Crickets Instagram.
Had to
Yeah,
shout him
Cricket's
out.
Instagram.
Cricket's
Kind of turned you
Instagram.
into a legend overnight.
Owen
Yeah.
started the trend of posting your grad photos on Crickets.
Yeah, on accident too. Pretty sick.
You already take grad photos too, or not yet?
I think me and Grant did.
Yeah, I took some with AJ too. They turned out really well. He
Sweet.
Probably
charges
just take
a
a
good
picture on
price for the
Saturday.
boys.
Grant also did 12 hours of grad pictures.
With my iPhone.
Yeah, not quite. I did grad photos with Izzy in the morning at 7 a.m. and then at 7 p.m. did them with AJ.
12 hours
So-
full.
So I had a nice 11 and a half hour break in there, but it was 12 hours of grad photos.
12 hours.
With an 11
Were you
and a
not
half hour
listening,
break,
AJ?
yeah.
Oh.
AJ was reading his talking points over there.
There's not many, so fuck. What do you guys have any like memories, good or bad, that kind of stand out from your time here at Crickets?
I have one last night. Me and James and Emily, my sister and her boyfriend,
Sitting right over there.
sang the song Tequila.
Oh, that's a good one.
One of the easiest
That's the best.
songs to sing on a karaoke microphone, it turns out. And we were a little nervous getting into it because we weren't quite sure if the words were going to pop up on the screen, but sure enough, they queued us up
It was
perfectly.
just blank at the end, or at the beginning. It was just blank until.
Yeah, it was like this whole like visualization thing going crazy, and then it would just like say tequila.
What were you doing in between all the tequilas? Just standing there, or were you dancing?
I was singing. Bum, 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 bum.
Probably my favorite karaoke memory is, I think it was over the summer. All of us decided to do an absolute Australian classic called Smoko. And none of us actually knew any of the words except for the chorus. And it was probably one of the more embarrassing moments here.
Phenomenal song.
I remember when I watched Rick dive through the massive Jenga
Oh, yeah.
one time. Yeah, these people were playing a Jenga game, and Rick Jones just ran up to the table and speared it and like dove through it.
Did he get kicked out or anything? Or just went on with his
Of course
day?
not.
It's James.
Didn't mean to do
That was pretty impressive. He somehow did not touch the table at all. It just went straight into the blocks.
Come on.
Relay, what did he say?
What was that?
What did he say?
He said, "Make Lane take a shot on the podcast."
Oh, looks like it's happening.
This might be the first and last podcast ever done.
At
in this
Crickets.
place.
At
Yeah,
Crickets.
I'm pretty
one of a
confident it
kind.
will be.
We might have this in the bag.
Is anybody else?
Back to the whole Crickets Instagram thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think Owen had a chance to be the marketing manager.
Oh, yeah, I did get offered that job one time.
Big cheers.
32 years of service. We appreciate all your support. Everything.
Hey, we appreciate you too.
Thank you so much for having us.
Crickets has a
You go.
phone?
Yeah, hotline, Uber Eats.
Yeah, so I did.
Legends.
I was like kind of pretty drunk here one time, and I was talking to Steve.
Pretty drunk.
Yeah, no, big shocker. I was talking to Steve, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm a marketing major." I just like talking to him, and then he offered me to run their Instagram page, and he'd pay me in free drinks every time I came. And then I didn't know about it until I came back the next time.
Just think about the money you could have saved if you took
Yeah,
that
I know.
opportunity.
What do you have to post?
But I
to be
didn't
like,
know. Steve was like, "Hey, do you remember talking to me last night?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Yeah, you still want to run our Instagram page?" I was like, "Are you serious?" Like, I don't remember. That sounds a little. If I have free drinks here, I'm not gonna like ever leave.
Yeah. So that's what he offered to pay you in, free drinks?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, precisely.
You would have saved a lot of money on that.
I would have.
Just went straight for the leaves there.
Do you not like Bloody Marys, Jones?
I'm not a huge celery guy, you know.
Oh, you don't have to eat the celery.
I think we should make Ross try his first Bloody Mary on the
Not gonna lie, these
podcast.
are pretty bitter.
Have you ever tried
I like
one?
the stock better.
Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
I'm not like a huge
Andrew, you
fan
ever
of
tried one?
tomatoes,
I
but-
have.
It's definitely a mature person drink. You have to,
Love saying
Sorry, you
that.
call me a kid.
have some balls to
Welcome to the show.
Wesley Ripley has entered the chat.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Schweezus.
Looking nice, came straight from a job interview. How'd that go?
Straight from the job interview, straight to the bar. Crickets Bar and Grill. Job interview went well, I think. They said I presented myself very well.
What are your
Presented
strengths
all
and
the-
weaknesses? Did they ask you?
Dude, they didn't ask my strengths and weaknesses.
they
God,
didn't.
thank God.
That's the most generic interview
Thank
question
God.
ever.
They did ask about Tau Kappa Epsilon and what risk management meant, and I said, I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
I said I think it keeps people from getting in trouble. I swear to God, that's what I said.
Did you put that in your resume?
I just put that I was on risk management for the past 4 years, even though I haven't been. I needed
incriminating yourself right now.
I needed one more line on my resume.
It's probably a better line item than party planning committee or seniors have fun committee.
Like what's one that makes sense? Yeah.
I put MQB on mine because I thought it looked nice, but sat in on one meeting and then that was about it.
You could have just said like president. Nobody would have known.
I put president on mine.
Did you? That's classic.
You damn near could have been the president though. Like you do enough for the fraternity and pretty much
did it more.
Last 2 years, yeah.
I think if you put VP too, no one's really gonna question.
No, they're not gonna call fucking Santos and be like, "Yo, this kid actually the president?" Like, they don't give a fuck.
Can I see the scroll, please?
But Wes, we were talking about like best Crickets moments. Do you have one that stands out?
Yes.
Right here, right now.
Can't be mentioned. One that can be mentioned though is there's a big game of Jenga going on, and it was like those are pretty big bricks, and it was like a packed house. And our buddy Rick, all 5 feet 6 inches of his mighty body, came flying, ran, dove straight into the Jenga tower, knocked everything over the table, and just like made an absolute fool. That was a pretty good story.
That's a pretty all-timer, yeah.
Who's telling it next?
Are there any worst moments? I know you guys can get chirpy sometimes, and there's times.
Can I hit a best moment one more time?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I just remembered as we were talking about it because it happened in the same location as the Jenga incident. But one time I was sitting back there in the corner and I felt someone brush by me, like kind of like bumped my back, and I was like, wonder what that was. Turned my shoulder, and all of a sudden I see a fight between two women. They're like pulling each other's hair and literally get tackled to the ground. And then one of the bartenders comes up and picks this girl up by the hair and literally drags her out and throws her down on the sidewalk outside.
That might be a little incriminating, but...
I mean, yeah. That didn't happen. That was a make-believe story.
My other best moment is seeing our buddy Preston follow a girl into the women's bathroom here.
Isn't there a picture of
disgusting.
K-Muck taking a shit in at the
Yep.
no-door stall?
Yeah, that's a Crickets Locals page.
They've been making some great upgrades to this place, though. They have a stall now inside the bathroom.
Yeah.
The door and everything.
Yep,
Nice.
door and everything.
You can shit in peace now. It's pretty
I mean,
crazy.
I don't know if it's still in peace, but
One of our one of my best memories happened to be one of our friends. I won't name his name, and some employee here decided to make out.
Oh, that was a great moment.
Oh, that is a great moment.
One of the
really
best
good.
moments.
That was a really good one too.
Was the whole bar cheering on, or?
No one knew about it
The
until
whole
the next
bar is
day.
in us five.
Yeah, it was more of a local night. That night.
It was probably a Tuesday
I walked
over the
into a
summer.
full strip show once here. There was like 3 strippers and 4 strippers giving a guy a lap dance, like pretty naked. That was pretty cool.
That's the best thing about Crickets Bar and Grill is you never know what you're gonna get.
Never know what you're gonna get into.
What's the most expensive tab you've ever spent here? I feel like Owen's dropped some bands here in one sitting.
Double.
I probably spent like $100 here in one night. That's probably like the extensive.
It's hard to do.
It's hard to
Drinks
do.
are only $2.50.
Oh yeah, no, it was
If you come at the right time.
the 8 Rumpleman night was probably pretty expensive too. Yeah,
Jesus.
that was over the summer. I think me and Preston went shop for. I think that was that was a bad night for both of us.
Just making it seem like
Don't tangle
alcoholics.
yourself up in your toe.
We do more than just drink sometimes.
Yeah.
In case you guys were
Sometimes we go
wondering.
to the driving range. Sometimes we throw some frisbee around.
We walk Subi sometimes.
Yeah, we
I
walk
walked
our
Subi
dogs.
this morning, actually.
Who is
You
Subi?
guys been playing basketball
So-
lately, or is that hoop kind of trash now?
Played basketball yesterday. The hoop is trash, though.
Yeah, there's like a probably like a 3-foot hole in the backboard that the ball just goes through
You just
sometimes.
have to be more accurate at the
Just
end of
getting
the
wet
day.
balling out there.
So Rylan asked who's Subi.
CB is my dog, but she lives at the farm.
She's our dog.
My dog.
Kind of the face of the farm, I'd say.
Yeah.
We throw absolute crazy parties, birthday parties for her. She's a 7-year-old chocolate lab. She's kind of chubby, but she's so
She's
damn
obese.
She has the shortest legs of any chocolate lab to ever exist.
Cute. Very prominent potty hole on her too.
Yeah, what's your guys' nickname for her?
We got Sue Biscuit, Sue Bagel, Susan,
Sue
Susan
Bear.
B. Anthony. The list goes on.
I was thinking of the Poma Queen or.
Poma Queen.
That's
Classic.
because she used to shit all over the place when we first brought her here.
That was in the early days of CB living in the farm.
Also,
She's
Poma
means
piss out of
like
my
a
ass,
soccer
by the
player
way.
that we called Subi.
Lardaldinho.
Yeah, Lardaldinho.
How long have you guys lived at the farm?
Me, Grant, and Tanner have lived there for 3 years, and Wes and Griff have lived there for 2.
Those.
Yeah.
And I'll kind of give a rundown of why we call it the farm. It's the Ant Pharm, not just the farm. But when we first moved in, our first year, there was ants, if you believe it, everywhere. Like bad. Like I remember sitting in class one time, and I was like, oh, and there was just ants crawling up my arm that happened to be from the farm.
Damn.
So it's only.
Sounds like we need some pest control.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this could be the perfect segue for a little recruiting action.
I remember there was one morning, like right when we moved in. For some reason, I put like Gatorade in my water bottle because I was like pretty hungover, and I accidentally left it out. And I like woke up the next day, and my entire water bottle was just full of ants. It was like wasn't even like
You
air
tried to take a
inside. It was
cig?
just ants. Huh?
You try to take a sip or no?
No.
Oh.
I did that once.
Yeah, I feel like that would be
ants.
something
I
to do.
drank
You're
ants.
hungover, you just like need your Gatorade and look over.
Turns out
swig
it's
it.
50 ants and.
I think ants are relatively high in protein, so it probably wouldn't be the worst
Probably
thing
would
for
have
you.
gotten jacked.
Yeah, he'd be all right for sure. But I mean, Ant Pharm is pretty like small together. How is it living with 5 people in a house that's like not very big?
It's fucking
Messy.
terrible when you don't have a dishwasher.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
awful.
5 guys in no
honestly.
dishwasher for 2 years, it really takes a toll on your body. It sucks when you wake up the next day and it's like 400 square foot home and there's like 50 cans, 12 fucking cups, like, and no dishwasher, and you just have to like hand wash everybody's nasty booze cups.
We also, like, our living room's pretty small. We have probably, like, a really small little table, and, like, probably half of the days this year it's just, like, not even table space. It's just been trash on top, which is pretty tough.
I was gonna say whenever there's more than just like I don't know 10 people in there, it starts to feel like really fucking crowded. And
Yeah.
a lot
Heats up quick too. We save a lot of
Yeah.
money on our heating bill.
Is like the basement pretty big or no? We've
I would
only
say
been down
the-
there like twice.
The basement's as big as upstairs. It's like
Okay.
the same floor plan, but we have 3 bedrooms down there, and the rest outside of the bedrooms is pretty close quarters. But we got bathroom, laundry, some storage down there too, shower.
What are your guys' some of your favorite moments from living there? My personal from just being there was one time you guys threw a party for us and it was way too packed for Halloween, and Grant was dressed up as Hulk Hogan, and he gets up on the couch and he goes, "Yo, to be honest, like it's fucking crowded in here and I don't know who the fuck half of you are, so can everyone get the fuck out, please?"
Sounds like something I would
Hulk
do.
Hogan was.
There's a lot of like good memories in the farm, but honestly, I think like this whole last summer as a memory itself was probably the best time I've ever had at our house.
There's not many specific memories to pull because it's such a blur, to be honest, from the
Yeah,
summer.
it's
But
College is kind of a blur.
Subi's birthday
Subi's
last
birthday.
year,
Yeah,
that was killer. Yeah.
There's all, one time we were all playing this lovely game called Trow, where you toss a can in your non-dominant hand to like in a group of like in a circle, and we were all like trashed in the summer playing this, and we all had our asses out for some reason. Like
Low riding.
we were low
Was it
riding
in the
hard.
house or outside?
Outside in the
For everyone
backyard,
to see.
and
Yeah.
our fucking property manager, landlord, whatever,
Yeah.
walked in and just like got a full like moonshot of all of our ass cheeks. Yeah, that happened.
That was a classic moment.
weird.
That
was
pretty funny.
One of my favorite moments is right after year 1 for us 3, as Wes and Griff were moving in. Wes's bedroom was completely empty aside from a mattress on the ground.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we
that
had
was sick.
we had a royal rundown. What do you call it? A
Royal
Royal Rumble in
Yeah.
my room.
We had a big wrestling match between everyone, and
Oh, there's been
People are
plenty of
flying off the
fights on the
top
farm,
ropes.
actually.
As of recent, there's
Yeah.
been some good fights.
lots
there
of
are some
fights.
good
Maybe we
fights.
don't need to get into the details on those, but yeah.
Our couch seems to get always broken.
Yeah.
It's constantly
I think
broken.
we've probably been through like 4 or 5 couches.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
Saturday Night Raw and SmackDown, and it's crazy.
You guys usually just get free couches, or you guys keep buying new ones?
It's just Limp Bizkit.
we don't
absolutely
buy
fire.
any couch for less than like $40, I'd say.
That's
just because we know they don't last very long.
And the free ones are infested with weird shit.
Yeah, you want the free ones because they come broken in a little bit.
That's true.
It's like
Like
already there's a little
new-
like divot where people sit. You're like, oh yeah, this is.
And then the new blue one is already comes missing a leg, so that's perfect because then you don't have to worry about the other legs. 'cause
We
it's
had
already
a
missing
we,
one.
we had a guy we knew that was moving out, and he was getting rid of his washer and dryer for free, and we were like, "Yo, is there any problems with them?" And he's like, "Nah, there's no problems with them at all." He's fucking lying. Tanner and I got the washer and dryer, sold it the same day for like $400. We were stoked. We're like, we just came up on $400, like super easily. And
Drive
then,
it
like,
all
the
the way
next-
out to-
Yeah, we like borrowed our buddy's truck and like hauled it way out. Like it was like 30-minute drive with these washer and dryers. Get the $400 the next day. They message us like, "Yo, the dryer's not even turning on, and the wash shakes like a motherfucker." They're like, "We need our money back." So we had to give them our money back, drive, and go pick those things back up. And then when I go to tell the guy, I'm like, "Dude, you said there's no problem with them." He's like, well, one shakes a little bit and shit." And we're like, "You fucking asshole." So we had the washer and dryer in our garage for like months because of it.
Even a year.
We kind of just put a free sign on them and they were gone, even though they didn't work.
Oh, that's
so-
right. I put a free sign on them. Some girl came back all stoked. She's like, "Oh my God, do they work?" I was like, "Yeah." And she took them for free.
Got to return the favor.
Yeah, I was like, "Psych."
Final sale though. Don't return them.
Yeah, you're a lot
But,
better. I feel like I
returns.
would have just not responded to those people if they were like, "Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
work,
I'm like,
man."
yeah, no, it works for sure.
Probably
I
ruin
felt
your
bad.
Facebook Marketplace rating if you did do that.
But I wanted to ask you guys about the studio you guys have in the garage.
Oh, it's gone now.
Studio
Now?
just got removed.
No.
Just had to clean it out.
Yep. But
Studio was
came
pretty
down
sick.
it was
quicker
pretty
than
fucking late.
Fun fact: it's nasty in that studio, and our buddy totally like had sex in it.
He did, yeah.
Do you guys want to kind of explain what the studio is and how that came to be?
Yeah, we helped our property owner move out of their house, and they had a bunch of ugly ass orange and green shag carpet that they didn't want anymore. So we took it and hung it from the ceiling in the garage, and just had a little recording spit booth. We could go freestyle.
There was also walls a part of it too.
It was like
Yeah,
5
I don't
feet
think
by
he's
8
giving it
feet.
enough credit. We really put some. So we had at one point 2 new houses built right next to us, and it was pretty much a free scrap lumber supply for us for the whole year. So we got some big like 4x8 sheets of plywood, nailed those into the posts in the garage, and then kind of cut out a little doorway, and we had the shag carpet on the inside of that, microphone hanging down, nice little desk. Shout out
The globe light.
GP Beats
Shout them out. GP
making our
Beats.
beats for
GP
us, and we
Beats.
would just freestyle and rap.
Who was
Also, shout out that boy Coco for being the best freestyler I've ever seen. in my
I was
life.
going to ask that. Who's the
Easily.
best freestyler to come into that stew?
Dark smell like, but
We're out of
this
you
all
five.
he is glizzy pussy.
Probably, I would say
Cut that
Coco
part out.
and Rick Jones also can freestyle.
What about out of you
Also,
5?
New
Apparently, last
I
night,
can't at all. Yeah, we got
Blake
a
Savage.
newcomer into the rap game, Blake Savage.
Yeah, Blake Savage can rap. So
Yeah, he came in hot last night or 2 nights ago. I need to go right now. I need to get in the studio.
You were saying that last night he was trying to rap?
2 nights ago, yeah.
Something
Something
like
like that.
we've
Blake
been
Savage
trying to
also tore down our
curate some
shower last
freestyle
night.
nights lately. Yeah, it's a
So
good
He
time.
was looking for this dude, and it wasn't
He
there, or
is.
what?
Studio has been moved into my room for the
Oh,
time
okay.
being,
There
so
you
still around, but it's not the same atmosphere necessarily.
Even when we had the garage studio, it was kind of a rare occasion when we would actually go
Yeah.
out there. More often than not, we would kind of just
When
be
it
in
first
your
got
room.
built, we were in there a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
But none of you guys are living in Ant Pharm next year, right? Because it's been
No,
a teak house for a
gone.
long time, right?
I know we had a like a teak paddle that was from 2010, and it's been there ever since I've known. So I imagine it's been there for 12 years now. We just had to take it down. It's crazy.
Did just none of the younger guys want to take it, or was the landlord like, no, fuck
property
that?
man.
For
So-
$800 a month.
Yeah, we
it's
kind of
just
advised
not
them
even
not
close to worth
to.
it.
She was also talking to Siggy and then ghosted him, and then a couple weeks later she showed the house to another group of random guys we didn't know. So I think it was probably a combination of both. But
She's tired of handing out eviction notices or something.
rent around campus is just getting ridiculous.
Yeah, we live in the worst house of all time, and it's like $800.
How much do you guys pay for your rent?
Well, we all pay different because we have like different sized rooms, but total is like $1,850, $1,800.
So split by 3, it's $600.
Yeah, I pay like $530, and then Colby pays like $580.
Yeah, I guess we're just getting douched then.
Yeah.
I only pay like $500 a month there now.
How much?
Let's go like 500.
Oh, damn, that's good.
But
Well, it's going up next. Like we have like 2 of the same rooms and then 1 big room. So I think we're at like 1,600 total. So like the master has to pay like 600, but it's going up to like 1,800 next year. So it's catching up with everyone else. I think he only kept it at that because we like re-signed the lease because I took the house from my sister. So
That's still pretty damn good for like a 3-bedroom house so close to campus.
yeah, I was pretty hyped about it.
My car got destroyed from the sprinklers. We live on a well, so our water's free.
And then they neglected to fix it.
And
I remember that videos over the summer. You were like getting sent videos of it, and you were like, "What the fuck? I'm not paying for this."
We have a neighbor who's scared of the sun. So you'll see her like in the middle of summer, like 110-degree heat, fully hooded up with a mask on, like, and like carrying a suspicious like box behind her everywhere.
On a dolly.
Yeah, on a dolly, and it's so sketchy.
Our other neighbor, can we talk about 400 guy?
Bike thief?
Yeah, bike thief. So we have this neighbor. We're like, literally have no clue what's going on there. We see a car, like different people there, like every day. And then like randomly over the summer, this girl like comes to our house.
like 5 cop
Yeah, no,
cars.
yeah. It was like five cop cars just show up at his house. We're like, what the fuck is going on over there? And like they just start pulling bikes out of their backyard. And this girl, we're like walk out to go see what's happening. We're like, yo, what's going on over there? She's like, oh, they found my stolen bike. And then like 3 more girls came out and got their bike. And the guy has like different people at his house every day. You don't know what the hell
Hence
is
the
going
nickname
on.
Bike Thief.
Yeah, bike thief. And he drives a 400 and he just is chain smoking cigarettes every time. In
Seems
this
pretty
400.
chill though.
Yeah. If he's chain smoking cigarettes, he might be the boy.
Some of the neighbors are really cool though. Shout out that boy Gene.
Mean Gene.
Dude, I see Gene
My idol.
when I walk by all the time. He seems like a
Gene?
dude.
Mean
I
Gene.
don't know. I've only met him when I walk by with one of you guys back to your place.
Gene's the boy. He never fails to drive his truck to or from his house without a full cigarette in his mouth.
He always
And,
flips us the way.
Yeah. He always says, "How you boys doing?"
Got this like grill on the back of his truck.
Craziest lawn ever too, just bright green.
beautiful lawn.
Not a single blade of grass
perfect.
missing.
And he's got a race car.
He does
Yeah,
have
he's
a
got a
race
race
car.
car.
A couple weeks ago, he walked past his house. It was definitely coming to here, the Crickets Bar and Tavern. We like walked past his house and looked in his window, and we are like making jokes about what the hell he's watching. And we're like, oh, what if Gene? And we just like look over, and he's throwing up the deuces for us. Yo, Gene! What's up, Gene?
Dude, does he watch movies in his front yard too?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's got
he
a
throws the
projector.
projector and the fire up.
That was when I walked by and saw him. I was like, all right, that's pretty good.
Yeah, salute to the veterans, Gene.
One time before Izzy knew who Gene officially was, she was walking probably from her house to our house, also to Crickets, also passed by Gene's house. But long story short, she saw him smoking a cig, setting up a little bonfire close to dusk, and asked him for a cig, and he gave her one and lit it up. So shout out that boy Gene
Spread the
for
wealth.
always,
Shout out
always
Gene.
spreading the wealth.
Spread the wealth.
Spread the wealth.
But you guys got pretty close with some of your neighbors, though, right? Like over the years, I feel like every time I went over there, it was like you guys had like the same group of people. You guys all kind of live near each other, right?
Yeah.
This might be a segue into
Manitopia.
Boise Wine and Cheese Club afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Great segue. That's true.
Yeah, so our sophomore year, the people that live like across the corner from us, they used to be glory days. It was just like
Shout
a
out
bunch of
Sierra
senior
Double.
girls when we were sophomores, and somehow we like became really good friends with them. We just kicked it with them all the time, and then our good friend AJ started dating one of them. So then they came around even more, and then that turned into
The
Boise.
Wine and Cheese Club. Boise Wine and Cheese
you
Club
were doing that either.
is Boise's finest
Premier.
establishment. Coming from get out of the way.
The hell out of here.
We thought about it in the library, avoiding finals, studying for finals one time. Me
Yeah.
and AJ, we wrote up a full-on interview process form, and a lot of people applied. A lot of people didn't get in. A lot of people didn't qualify.
I mean, naturally.
What are the numbers we talking about? Hundreds, thousands?
Yeah.
Upward of thousands.
Yes. And basically what we do is show up with a bottle of wine. Everybody tries. each other's wine. You have to present on your wine. See like what it pairs well, like what type of cheese it pairs well with. What do you taste in it? It's legitimate.
Yeah, so you stand up and you give a 30-second presentation on your bottle of wine, hitting the flavor notes and how dry or oaky it is, that sort of thing. And then you go around and everyone has their own glass and you pour little samples. And by the end of it, everyone's a bottle of wine in, and then we come here.
Yep. Do you guys have like a personal favorite that someone's brought over the years?
Head Snapper.
Head Snapper Chardonnay. Preferably a 2018.
Who brought that? Do you remember? Who brought it?
The Head Snapper?
Yeah.
Actually was passed down that trait from my father. He's a huge Head Snapper guy, so
So you brought it?
Yep.
I'm a fan of the Head Snapper
Yeah,
Pinot
Tanner is
Noir.
too.
That's a banger.
Yeah, as far as reds go, I'm a big fan of the 14 Hands. Not sure what, I think it's a red blend, but we were doing a remote location, more of like a field trip, Boise Wine and Cheese, at AJ's house. And it was Secret Santa themed, so you opened up a gift wrapped wine and then had to present on that on the fly. But yeah, I got this one called 14 Hands, and it was phenomenal.
Did you guys try Snoop Dogg's wine?
That did show up. No, that showed up one time. I think that's the one that
I'm not impressed.
Haley Bartow showed up with. A friend from San Clemente, California.
Shout out Trader Joe's, 2-Bug Chuck.
Charles Shaw. I think my favorite presentation we've ever had was our good friend Rick, the guy that dove through the Jenga. Showed up with a nice chillable red wine bag instead of any kind of bottle.
That's
very looked down.
Very against the rules. He almost got removed from the club.
Yeah, he gave an absolute banger of a presentation.
My favorite presentation was TJ. He is one of his first appearances. I think he may have had more than a bottle of wine before showing up, but we'll look past that for the time being. Regardless, TJ shows up and is presenting on his bottle of wine with a very poor Italian accent, and it was just very funny. Every word he was saying was just kind of like
slurred and
slurred, but still kind of like
sounding.
This wine is a very nice. It cracks me up every time I see him.
What,
it's good, genuine fun.
Yeah. What were the qualifications to get into the Boise Wine and Cheese Club?
You know what? I'll have to pull it up.
One of the hardest line items to meet was, do your parents own a winery? If not, why? That was a question.
Pretty
on the
hard question to
application.
answer.
I got some fan mail for you guys while Tanner's pulling it up.
Yeah.
So this one comes from Matthias Waro. It's a weekly segment. And his question was, if you were designing a bar for downtown, what would make it stand out from the rest of them?
What would make it stand out for what?
House bar.
From the rest of the bars.
Who sent that in?
Matthias Waro.
Fraud or Wall.
If it was me, I would. There is a bar like this in Santa Monica, but it looks exactly like a house from the outside and on the inside, and it's super trippy in there because it just looks like you're at someone's home. But there's like bars all over the place. I think that's a cool idea.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I think just having like out of the norm as far as interior furniture goes and stuff like that, and I don't know, just gotta.
I think we've also been talking about lately that there's not a single bar downtown that plays house music.
Yeah, exactly.
I
House bar plays.
It's
So,
like,
like-
it's like Amsterdam does it now. And
I guess Amsterdam
like,
kind of does
their whole
now.
dance floor is kind of.
They had like kind of like a Roddy situation, but only house.
There's a new
Super
nightclub
sick.
opening up downtown Boise. I heard next month, I think.
Really?
Yeah, it's a nightclub.
Wow.
Strictly nightclub.
Like competing with Strange Love.
Yeah, it's competing with Strange
Oh,
Love.
the Sevens thing?
Yeah, I think
Is
so. I
that-
think
yeah.
that's what yeah. I
One
should
of
remember about
my
it.
former companies I worked for actually designed that building. Yeah,
We won't say names though.
of course not. FTB.
I don't know. I really like the bars like Granny's, how it has multiple different bars inside of it. I think that's really cool.
One other feature that's lacking from any bar in existence is a Rumpleman's tap. So that would be a major game changer.
Rumpleman's bar.
That's you guys whole house drink of choice.
Yes,
I would say.
Shot. I'd say shot of choice.
I feel bad we were just
about
talking
you?
about us drinking.
I don't know. Usually just go rum and Cokes,
Yeah.
but-
Well, what else do we really?
I'm a fan of tequila too.
Yeah, if I'm taking shots, probably do tequila shot. But
That's a good point though, Tanner. So besides hitting Crickets and Boise Wine and Cheese Club, what does a day in the Ant Pharm look like?
Oh, it's insane.
Wake up around noon.
Yeah, some wake
Wake
up,
up,
earlier
pet the
than
dogs.
others. I That couch, put a lot of time into that couch.
A lot of lawn sitting too.
Yeah, recently the weather hasn't been very good, but when the weather is good, I prefer to sit on the lawn and drink coffee.
Iced coffees.
Play
ice
some
cream.
frisbee.
Yeah, vanilla.
Watch some crazy YouTube videos like dam explosions, extreme water
yeah,
releases.
When me and Danger came in the other day, you guys were watching how to build a Lego castle. So
That's a good compilation.
That's a good comp.
Don't hate on it.
Yeah, we watch a lot of like emergency release dam footage, crazy, like just crazy shit like that.
Also,
know.
what is it called?
Daily dose of internet.
That's it.
Daily
That's
dose
it.
of internet.
Later.
Marbula 1, great series.
Oh, Marble
Yeah, if you
Racing.
never-
Have
Marble
not
racing.
checked out Marbula 1.
Marbula 1 or the Marble Olympics,
Yes.
you'd be flabbergasted.
It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
intense. It's insane.
With the Marlboro Olympics, like cigarette company?
Marbula. It's Marbula.
That would be way cooler.
So they do all these different events for marbles, like a lot of races and kind of like other strength and conditioning tests. And
Okay.
the announcer just really goes all out. Like he has the grandstands and everything. Like it's insane. Leaderboards.
Marble
It's really
long
cool.
jump, like
Oh, yeah, the long
marble
jumps.
discus.
What?
It's insane. I highly recommend checking it out.
Oh yeah, I'll have
Also, Brad Owen, great on the poker table. Is that his name?
Clickbait lately,
Yeah.
though. A lot of clickbait from
Really?
Brad. Yeah.
Maybe don't shout him out then. Don't watch Brad Owen.
Yeah, he's,
Poker
he's
player,
all
but
cap these
he's
days.
clickbaiting.
So to kind of start to wrap up here, we're almost like 50 minutes in or so. What are you guys' like biggest takeaways from college? It could just be an experience or what you learned. Like, what are some of the things you guys are gonna remember most and take away most from these last 4 years?
Let's go around in a circle.
Yeah,
Starting with you.
For me, the biggest takeaway from college really was like, obviously Boise State. It's like a cool, fun college, but it's not Boulder, Penn State, or anything. But I wouldn't trade like the people that I've met and the friends I've made for any of that fake dumb shit. Like people I've met like have given me the most fun 4 years of my life. The school has been amazing, and honestly, like I said, I wouldn't trade it for anything. You know, you can't build a skyscraper without a strong foundation. I think these 4 years have built that
Facts.
foundation.
Wow, well said. I think that's a great point. I would have to agree with everything that he just said, but I think my main takeaway from these last 4 years is to not put too much weight on things that you don't really have control over. I've found that kind of just letting shit slide off is the best thing you can do sometimes. So, focus on your own self and
Don't get a girlfriend; they suck.
Yeah.
yeah. That's it.
Griffin, that's it.
Wait, Rod.
Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to go? What was the question?
You're in college.
What
too.
did you pull from
Biggest
the last 4
takeaway.
years of college?
Oh, yeah, just kind of stop giving a shit. Don't care what other people think of you, and you'll do good.
Well said.
He took the words right out of my mouth, but I was gonna say that your opinion and your views and your beliefs is all that matters at the end of the day. I've just kind of done a lot of growing up and realizing that like the only person that's gonna do something in your life or make a difference in your life is yourself. So you gotta do it yourself. You can't wait around and depend on other things, other factors.
I like that. Owen, go.
Dude,
All
in a
right.
circle.
I guess mine would be like kind of let the good times roll. Like don't literally like kind of like hold yourself to the bad times of college. Like this is like probably the most fun experience we're ever gonna have in our lives. Like kind of enjoy it in the moment and don't really try to like make it end. Like try to have as much fun as you can while you're here.
Embrace every moment.
Yeah, embrace every moment of every good time in your life, so that when you're in the dumps, sometimes you have to like think about moments like this and kind of get yourself out of them.
Beautifully said.
I think one thing that I wish I did more is like reach out to my teachers more. I felt like since we went to like college and COVID and everything, it was so easy to cheat. And not saying I did a lot.
If
but
you
I
choose to
fe-
cheat instead of study.
I am really good at hitting Control C, Control V. Into
But that's not
check.
cheating.
That's not cheating,
Yeah.
though. So,
No, that's not.
Like I said, if you want to cheat, cheat.
but I think
It's totally
I think-
optional. So
Yeah, I think just Oh, I could have learned more.
Oh, I
I think we all probably could have. Yeah.
But hey, got that degree at the end of the day. Love college.
It's one expensive piece of paper.
Yep. So
So before I kind of give the
Whoa,
like
Dave,
last
you're not gonna
remarks
give
and
us your
stuff,
answer?
kind of want Doan to pop in real quick. If you
Over
want
here,
to
Doan.
come in here real quick. For those of you who
Shout
don't
him
know,
out.
this is Alex Doan. He's
Alex
going to be
Doan.
all of our future dentists here soon.
Yeah, he's about to clean
Hello,
your
hello.
teeth,
Thank you for having me.
It's gonna be the,
What's your biggest takeaway from college these last 4 years?
I mean, now that I'm an outsider's point of view, just to enjoy every moment. Coming back, I kind of took it for granted sometimes. My last semester kind of checked out, wasn't around as much. But you got to love every single moment, having all the guys, having something to do every weekend. It's nice to have, especially when you're growing up, when you're on your own now like me. Sometimes it's not like that. So, yeah, just to, enjoy it because it's not going to be here forever. So here we are.
word.
also, a big
poetry.
takeaway is if you're ever feeling sad, go to Crickets and get a J&T or a tequila shot.
Crickets will get the job done for
Shout
you.
out Crickets. Thank you for having us, Crickets.
Yeah.
Couldn't
So
have done it without
thank
him.
you so much, Crickets, for letting us do our
Thank you,
podcast here.
Crickets.
Thank you.
Shout out Crickets. Thank you, Ant Pharm, for coming on. Excited to see what you guys all do
Our
here in the
pleasure.
future. And until next time, you never know.
Never know.
The beauty of this podcast is that you never know.
You know, you never know.
Thank you for watching this episode of the You Never Know podcast. Make sure to like and subscribe and check out our other episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Also, give us a follow, You Never Know podcast on Instagram and Twitter. See you next time. You never know.